of course, the world is shut down, St. Lucia is shut down. And with everything slowing down and shutting down, the one thing that never changed was, of course, the need for human interaction. I felt like, if anything, we needed that more than ever. We needed a support system. We needed to meet with our friends and family. And there were still moments to celebrate. Through the job losses, through whatever hardships that came up, we still needed a reason to look forward to something, right? The restaurants were closed. The bars were no longer available. Of course, for obvious reasons. And I thought, look at St. Lucia. St. Lucia is so beautiful. Persons travel around the world, they come over here, they spend thousands of dollars. We have the most beautiful backdrop, right? So why not take advantage of that? We cannot go into a restaurant to dine, so why don't we go outside to do so? Why don't we take advantage of nature, advantage of course, enjoying what we do have to offer? So I started taking myself out for picnics. I got a blanket, I started to take some wine glasses, and started to enjoy nature, all right? And that's where Femmendipity was born, the concept of enjoying and living within the moment, living within the confines of what you have. And what we do have in St. Lucia is we have beautiful surroundings, amazing backdrops, all right? And that's where the concept came from.
Nice. And two, it is a COVID-inspired business, but it makes a lot of sense, especially now that people can't really congregate in large numbers. A lot of people tend to go out in a big way to celebrate their birthday, but also the appetite for something new has definitely immersed throughout the island. And a lot of people want something different to celebrate those special occasions. So it fits perfectly.
It does. And most importantly, it does take into the social consciousness of what's happening.
Yeah.
You want to celebrate, but maybe you don't want it to be a big thing. And that's why we focus on keeping it very intimate. Intimacy is key. One, it enhances the experience, and it allows you to kind of take advantage of just being within a very close-knit group. Right? So I think that's the most important thing, that you celebrate with the ones who matter the most, and that's key to us.
Now, how did you come up with the name Femmendipity?
The name Femmendipity, all right, the concept or the name, I would say, came from, I would say, the joie de vivre, the joy of life. Femmendipity, it's about celebrating energy, or I would say masculine and feminine energy, which is what we both are. We all are. So femme stands for feminine and men masculine. And yes.
Okay.
And it was derived of serendipity. Now, serendipity, if you know serendipity, it's about having not really a stroke of luck, but really good things happening to you in an unexpected way. So serendipity with masculine and feminine energy creates femmendipity, which is the magic of living life. And therefore, that's why we say live your magic.
Wow. That sounds like a whole lot in there. It didn't just come to you. It feels like you really put energy into finding the perfect way to describe the experience.
Because when you have something that is... something that happens and you're like, oh my God, I can't believe this just happened. I had this most amazing encounter. Or I ran into someone, you'd never believe what happened. It's like a stroke of luck, but you feel so energized. You'd be like, oh my God, this is amazing. And this is the energy with Femmendipity. The ability to have you experience something that feels like, you know what? It's beyond anything that you expected. Right? And that's the magic of it.
Nice. Now let's talk about, because you have been getting a lot of some great response with your business. We see the photos where persons are posting this luxury picnic experience that they've been having. Just break it down for us. How does one go about having this Femmendipity experience? What happens?
It's fairly easy. I mean, for the most part, we're available on social media, which is, I think, the most active platform. I would say Instagram in particular. And you could just go through, DM us. There's also a link in our bio that allows you to pretty much book or request a particular date that you're interested in. Once you go through that process, we would then contact you, and that's where the planning starts.
Okay.
So it's like a 4-step process. It's very simple. The whole idea is that we take care of everything. literally all you have to do is show up. That's all you have to
Boom.
do. Unless you have something that you really want to do that's a little more than what we do offer, which we can customize, you just show up. You select your date, you select your food items that you'd like, and of course, we take care of everything else. All you have to do is simply show up.
Now you've said we quite often there. Do you have a team with you? Because this feels like a lot for one person to take on their own. Is there a team?
I actually am the team. However, I do get assistance.
Okay.
I take care of everything on my own. It
Wow.
is literally something, and that's why it's very personalized. It's extremely personalized. If you are emailing, you're speaking to me. If you're calling, you're speaking to me. On the day of your picnic, I'm the one doing it. I'm the one executing. I'm the one putting everything together.
How are you able to manage that?
That is a very good question. It really takes a lot of discipline. I will say it is very taxing on you mentally, even psychologically, and physically.
That's why I thought there was a team, because how does she
I
do
do get
this?
assistance.
Yeah.
I do get assistance on some days where like 90% of the time it's just me. And it is something that requires lots of discipline. I really can't say that it's been an easy journey. It hasn't. It's been very trying. But with every experience, I've learned from it. And every time I do a picnic, the next one is better because there's always something to learn.
Right.
So every time I have a challenge, I just go through it. I actually go through it, and as you could see, the results always speak for itself. But with that challenge, there's a lesson. I take that lesson and I actually allow that to help me grow. So although it's just me for now, I have no doubt that the team is growing. And I do have persons, I said, who assist. But as far as the core of the business, as far as designing, as far as executing, and of course, corresponding and planning, I take care of everything.
Wow. Let's talk about the designing, because we may like nice things, but we don't know how to put it all together. Some people are just a little more gifted when it comes to having that creative sense and to know that you could throw this there and it would make something look completely different. So clearly you have that eye for designing and for tailoring a space a perfect way. Is that something that you've always been able to do, or you just learned during the process?
To be honest with you, I actually didn't even know I had it in me. Although I would have friends and persons say, "Oh my God, this looks nice. I like your place. I like how you put this together." I believe that we all naturally have talents that we're yet to discover. And there are little parts of our life where we're able to exhibit it. However, I feel once we face adversity and we have challenges and we have no choice but to go forward and do what we have to do, the best parts of us come to life.
Yeah.
And I feel like through this journey, I've been really able to explore that aspect of it. The fact that I could literally, I thought, okay, I'm going to get some plush pillows, blankets, I'm going to put this together, I'm going to get flowers, I'm going to create this really great setting. I believe that it came from something outside of me, beyond me, to be honest. It was something that I guess has been in me. However, I've never been able to nurture it. And of course, it's only through nurturing our talents, once we discover them, that we're able to grow into who we really are or who we're supposed to be.
Yeah, you sound like you're so excited about this, which is great, which it shows your passion for the business. And it's true, because you said it quite simple. You throw some plush pillows, you throw a blanket. We could do that and it would look completely different, look a hot mess. But you have the eye for creativity and making everything work. Let's talk about some of the setups and locations that you've done thus far.
Okay, well, location, as I said, St. Lucia is the most beautiful backdrop. So I feel like you could put a setup right there in the parking lot if you want to. I'm just saying, it's all about, for me, just the energy that's put into the execution of the design. But for locations, one of the factors, to be honest, and one of the limitations are locations. You'd believe that as much as St. Lucia has so much to offer, what we do not have a lot of private locations.
Yes.
We lack that. So we have places that are public, we have beaches, and through my experience, what I have found is that a lot of the beaches are not well maintained. A lot of the beaches, for natural aspects. You have, of course, like corroding, and you have a lot of locations that ideally when I started, I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be using that location. I'm going to be using here. And I had so many hurdles. I had to go through so much. And I'm still going through it in terms of finding locations that work. Right now, I do use Pigeon Point. Again, now that I've kind of worked around it, I know exactly what areas to use. And also, I've used most times I'm using private residence of my customers because for most persons, you have a beautiful backyard or you have a space at home and you feel like, you know what, this would be ideal for a picnic. It allows me to kind of be in my space. However, I'm creating a setting right there. So that works ideally. And of course, we also have the location Shangri-La, which is amazing.
Okay.
Yes. And of course, it's beautiful. It's amazing for pictures. Perfect garden setting. So we do have options to explore.
Yeah. Now let's talk about the packages that you offer with Femmendipity. So you have the setup that is the base. You
Yes.
set up. Can persons be specific with like a theme or if it's a special occasion, what they would like?
Absolutely. What I did is that I took a lot of the guesswork out of it. So once you go through our page and our highlights, there are lots of photos because you'll be like, oh my God, they offer so much. It could be a bit much.
Yeah.
So in our highlights on Instagram, we've broken down everything, including the packages as well as the themes. So you do have the option to go through our many themes and select one that works for you. However, the packages would vary, and what makes the packages different is what you're looking for. For example, our signature picnic would be the Luxe Picnic. That was the one that started all with your plush pillows. You also have your charcuterie board, because that was just that actually was something that we kind of started to highlight. The cheese board with the meats and everything. That's definitely part of our signature. And then you also had your silk flowers and everything. So the signature picnic will always be our Luxe Picnic. However, in an effort to kind of have everyone live their magic and still be very budget conscious, we created other themes or other packages. For example, one of our more popular, second popular would be our Jolie package. It's a birthday package. And if that package, it's very, very simple. You still get the really nice setup. You get a charcuterie board, but most importantly, you get a bottle of wine and you get cupcakes. And I created this package because I remember last year, of course, I'm a bit of a loner, so I don't have that many persons in my circle. And I wanted to do something very nice. And maybe you don't have the budget to go to a restaurant and spend $500 on dinner. Maybe you just want to do something really nice with a friend for 2 or 3 hours. This allows you to still celebrate that moment, celebrate your birthday. You get cupcakes. You don't have to worry about getting cupcakes made or cake made. You get a charcuterie board. You get nice setting. You get to enjoy it. You enjoy that moment. And that package is definitely one that a lot of persons are looking forward to, because let's face it, we are right now economically, your persons are watching how much they spend. So now you could literally go on and book a birthday package. It could be for yourself and 3 friends under $400. Get your wine, get your charcuterie board, you get your cupcakes, and you know what? You live your magic. You create that moment. So our Jolie package is fantastic. We also just rolled out a breakfast package. So now, maybe it's Sunday and you now want to do something different on that Sunday. So why not have breakfast to the sunrise?
Nice. Okay.
Right? And of course, there's an option for that. And then we also have our sunset, which also works, which is similar. Of course, you're able to just relax. It's a little bit more low-key. It doesn't have all the fluff of the Luxe package. But what's important is that it creates a very, I would say, romantic setting.
Okay.
Of course, because you know
with
how
the sunsets and all that. Yeah.
Exactly. So there's something for everyone. I've tried to kind of hit as many areas so you could still live your magic, celebrate something. Maybe it's your birthday and you can't afford the $100 package, but maybe you could afford a $80 package. So now that works.
Yeah. And you also have add-on services as well. So photography and all that could be added on the package.
Because the package already comes with I would think everything that you could just use to create a moment, you could literally now add photography. So now maybe you want to get some pictures, you want to capture that moment, we'll take care of that for you. We add in a photographer. If you want to add maybe, okay, I want to get some flowers. I know you provide these flowers, but now I want to add a bouquet because I love these flowers. I want my flowers in there. We could add that in. Or maybe you just want, you know what, you offer this, but I definitely love a lot of food. I want to add some more food. Can you provide me with this additional food options? So we're able to customize it based on what you're looking for. But for the most part, the packages already take care of everything. So if you just want to go with what's there, that's fine. But if you want to enhance it, absolutely, like why not?
Wow, that sounds just like truly an amazing experience. What is the length of time that the picnic could run for?
An average picnic would be, I would say, average 2.5 to 3 hours. Yes.
That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time, exactly. And I've found in the experience, within an hour and a half, most persons, they've had the wine, they've eaten, and they're like, hey, I've had customers who literally fall asleep.
Wow. Nice.
That's it. They're done. They're like, okay, you know what? I'm going to bed. They're sleeping it off.
Yeah. Have you ever done engagements? That sounds like a really nice experience for an engagement.
I haven't.
Okay.
And I'm hoping, you know what, I'm putting it out there.
Yeah.
I've done lots of birthdays, anniversaries, just because is definitely a thing. And it's something that we definitely focus on, just because maybe, you know what, this week was really hard, or I just need a break. I'm just going to call my friends and we're going to go have a picnic.
Yeah.
That's it. Let me call up Femmendipity. I just did something simple for 5 of us. That's it. Let's just go to this location and just sit
really
back
have a
and
nice
relax.
experience.
Absolutely. Just
Beautiful.
because.
Now, the business side of it, because, you know, I think that's the exciting part for anybody when they have a business, to actually see the product, the idea come to life, and, you know, you're getting booked and it all works out. But leading to that gratifying experience, you have so many hurdles to cross, I am sure. You have to fund all these things that you're using to put together to create that experience. Most times it comes out of pocket, and you don't know, okay, if anybody will book. And I have all these things here to make a luxury picnic for you. And who's going to book? So there is that worrying part. You have to ensure that you meet your expenses. There's a profit to be made and all of that. Let's just focus on some of these business aspects that you have gone through as now a successful business owner.
Oh, wow. I felt, with what you've said, one thing that stood out to me was funding.
Yeah.
Of course, having that capital to get things off the ground. And it's one thing when you have a service-based or any business, sometimes it may not be that you need inventory. I actually need that. I cannot say, oh, let's do a picnic and I'm just showing up with a towel under my arm. Yeah. Right? I have to have everything in place.
And the fact that it's a luxury picnic.
Yeah, so it definitely was an investment. It was, I took a chance, to be honest. There's no other way to put it. I believe that in life, if you're not going to risk it, then you won't make it. The only way that you're going to literally move forward is to move out of your comfort zone. You cannot stay within that box and expect results that are different. So I did definitely, in the middle of the pandemic, at the height of the pandemic, when everyone is literally thinking, I need to save all my coins.
Yes. Which is a crazy, I'm sure some people told you were crazy to do this.
I actually, to be honest with you, I didn't tell anyone I was doing this.
Perfect.
I literally worked day and night, day in. The idea of this was literally born on January 1st of this year. The concept, I spent about 3 days putting everything together, and it took me 3 weeks to execute and launch this business.
Wow.
Because I was determined. Yes, I was determined to create it, and I was also determined, as I am right now, to make it work.
Yeah.
The only way you could actually make a difference is to start.
Yes. Well, you were brave enough to do that, Donna. There are a lot of people, I'm sure, who have those ideas just like you do, and they're like, because for you could have easily said, okay, there's so many protocols in place, people cannot gather, people have to wear their masks, they probably just would not want this, and just say, okay, let me put it on a back burner until maybe 2023 or something like that. You still went ahead with it.
I had all these thoughts. I actually thought, wow, this is new. How would persons embrace it? How would they react to it? A designer, what are you doing? You have all these thoughts, and that's okay. I remember my first picnic, I was so nervous, the first customer, because I'm like, this is it. You're just no turning back. This person has already paid you. You cannot cancel. Because you sometimes want to talk yourself out of it.
Yes.
You be like, you find all reasons to go around it. But I always say the only way to get past something is to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
So I literally didn't sleep. I was up late. I was doing this. I was like, oh my God. I after the first one, and I saw how I was like, wow, there's no
when
going
you
back.
saw the reaction from your customer.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was a surprise birthday, and they were floored. I was like, there is no turning back. And it hasn't gotten easier. I would not lie. I don't believe that there's any part of the journey that has been like, let me just sit back. Because I feel in order to create something that is of value, something that is considered luxury, it requires that you maintain a standard. And wherever standards are, you cannot sit back and relax. There's always something to improve. There's always something to actually to create. I'm always creating. I'm always creating. My downtime, I'm creating, I'm researching, I'm checking out the market. I'm doing so many things. There's always something to do.
That was my next question for you, because with luxury, there's never an end, and how quickly things evolved in this world now with, things like Instagram and Pinterest and stuff.
Absolutely.
We have all these boards on Pinterest. Donna, I want this. And some things don't really fit our climate, our Caribbean style, but people don't know those boundaries anymore.
Yes.
I see this, I want it, I'm paying for it. So you constantly have to be elevating your game and ensuring that you
Being
include so many.
innovative, flexible, absolutely.
So is that something that you are continuously focused on?
Absolutely, every single day. Every single day, as I said, I'm constantly researching. And as with every picnic experience, you learn things. There's certain things that okay, next time I can't do this, I need to do that. I need to change this, because every time you do it, there's something new. There's always a lesson. I believe every experience is a lesson.
Yeah.
So yes, I am very much focused on keeping the luxury aspect. And I always say luxury is not what you just see, what you feel, but it's what you feel. You could actually, what you sense in terms of, you could walk into some place and it looks very luxurious, but it feels cold. It doesn't feel warm. It doesn't feel like it's inviting. So the luxury experience has to do with my interaction with you, my knowledge, the way I'm able to relate, the way I'm able to listen to your needs and provide you with that service. And not just because you get some nice wine glasses and plush pillows. So it's a full experience. So not only am I learning in terms of the design aspect, I'm learning from my interaction with my customers how to improve myself as well, as not only a business owner, but a person.
Yes, that makes so much sense. So Donna, what more do you have in store for Femmendipity? Oh, somebody just asked whether you do picnics for kids.
Absolutely. Oh, how could I forget?
Somebody just
the kids' picnics have been the most delightful experience for me. And yes, we do have our Butterfly Avenue. That's the name of our kids' picnic, Butterfly Avenue. And it's a series of picnics. We actually just did one for Motion Studios, which was fantastic. So you could always go over to our Instagram page and check that out. But the kids' picnics have been fantastic, right? So of course we do have teepee tents. Again, it's still the same luxurious feel, but of course it's a more of a animated feel to it, because of course with kids the colors would be different, a bit more vibrant. And so we do offer picnics for kids as well.
That is nice. And I think it's a great opportunity as well to collaborate with other successful entrepreneurs to showcase the talent and to really enhance the experience.
Well, that is the other thing too. When I started, one of the things I wanted to do is my focus was also not focused on just what I do, because I can't do it all, but to bring in other entrepreneurs. So of course, someone is handling some of my food aspects, and someone is handling my cupcakes, and so I'm bringing in like different. And I'll be like, for example, I've worked along luxury trays, so we've collaborated and we've done things together. So I really want it to be something that everyone is able to kind of chip in. I think that's how you build a village.
Yeah.
Right, everyone has a role, and everyone is doing what they have to do, and that's how it's done. That's how I'm doing it.
Nice. Donna, we are so happy to have had you on the program today. We always like to close with some words of inspiration for our listeners. All those who do have those dreams, just like you did, have those ideas in the back of their head, or those who actually have been able to execute, but going through tough times, because that's how the business works. What word of encouragement would you have for them?
I would say, anyone could say, okay, well, go ahead and do it. I would say use your whatever that inspires you to fuel you. I feel that if you are going to go into a business, make it something that you are passionate about, so that way it doesn't feel like a job. It feels like a part of you. You wake up every day and it's what you want to do. Because success is not always guaranteed when you start. You will not see the profits, and you will not see everything that you expect. You might do it for 4 or 5 years and not see it. But I believe that if you're passionate and it's something that's innately within you, there is nothing that will stop you from achieving what you have to do. So with business, I say don't do something because you think that there's money in it for you. Don't let the money be your motivation. Let yourself be your motivation. Let you inspire yourself, because once you're motivated, the money is going to come. So I go back to my point of everyone has a talent. Discover what that is, harness that, and you know what? You're guaranteed success. Because it's your talent. No one could take it away from you.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, life has a way of showing that to you in small doses, small ways. You just have to.
And then sometimes it will throw it at you. Like, can't you see this is what you should be doing?
It happens. Yeah.
Exactly.
Things shift, things move.
Yes.
And that's, you just have to assess the situation and assess what is actually really happening with you.
So it all starts with you. That's what I should say. It all starts with you. Once you're good, everything else will fall in place.
Yes, wonderful. Great words. Thank you so much for joining us, Donna. And could you just tell us, what could we look forward to in the future with Femmendipity?
Wow. So much. Just follow us on Instagram. We have some amazing collaborations coming between August and September. We have some amazing promotions coming. And you know what? It's all about magic. And with magic, you just never know. It'll be right around the corner. All right, so just look out for us, and we have so much more coming to you. Thank you so much. And remember, live your magic.
Ooh. That's Behind the Business today. Femmendipity. Go check them out on social media and you will be blown away. You could also live your magic. Just book her. That's it. You're good to go. All right. Behind the Business brought to you compliments Courts Ready Cash. And remember, if you need the money, if you do want to start off that business, you need a little jump start to get you there. You could get up to $20,000. There's no deposit required. You could check out their website. It's readyfinancecaribbean.com. You could visit any location to get that money you need with Courts Ready Cash. Whether it's for bills, repairs, it don't matter. They have those options available for you. Same day approval and fast and hassle-free service. Courts Ready Cash, ready when you are.
Entrepreneurship can be lonely, and starting a business. No smoke and mirrors, no shouting.